Yeah! Glad to have you back in Anime Inc. Maybe you're so busy playing video games and binge-watching anime lately. What have you been playing recently, and what are you watching? Well, speaking of mine, I'm just too excited with the new episodes of anime coming, especially those that are about to end.
I'm gonna move it in the right direction. Wow.
But in today's video, we'll discuss something else. Video games that might deserve to have something else to be seen on screen. You'll hear today is about 10 video games that deserve an anime adaptation. And oh, we've been together for a while, and I really appreciate you watching all of our episodes. It keeps us motivated to make more amazing videos for you. Who knows, maybe we might produce our own anime. For those of you that are new to our channel, welcome Nakama. Hit that subscribe button so that you won't miss any videos from me in the future. And remember, this video is subjective.
Daddy, chill.
Have you heard of the game The Legend of Zelda? One of my favorite parts of this game was the fact that I could do whatever I wanted. You can do it by yourself as well. There is no pressure to accomplish anything, even though the main plot is constantly active and there are some minor tasks. Exploring and wandering are frequently rewarded. You might spend hours wandering through the wilds without ever saving anybody, since there are so many enemy camps and challenges and resources to face in every direction. One of the most contentious features of this game is how frequently I die. It's both an open-world adventure and a survival RPG. If you play this one, you can outsmart the majority of your opponents with talent. Mastering it requires time and work. You can upgrade your armor and weapons, but unless you perfect your dodging and timing, you will struggle a lot in combat. Weapons also tend to break down rapidly, so you won't be able to rely on them indefinitely. As I experienced it, the difficult gameplay is balanced out with rewarding successes and the opportunity to plan. I can harvest, cook recipes that will provide me with benefits.
I got you, homie!
This is another game, Chrono Trigger. Now, I anticipated enjoying my time with it, but I never expected to be so engrossed in it. Chrono Trigger was released in 1995 and is still regarded as one of the greatest RPGs of all time. Its gameplay was so innovative when it was initially published, and the tale is still really fascinating decades later. If that wasn't reason enough for an anime adaptation, it's worth noting that the game's art was designed by Akira Toriyama, the man behind the Dragon Ball franchise. If all of the game scenes were combined, the outcome would be a fantastic anime series. Chrono Trigger begins with our hero Chrono being awakened from his sleep by his cheerful mother. There is also a cute little kitten who follows him around the house. Chrono goes to the Millennial Fair to see what his inventor buddy Luca is up to, and along the way he meets Marle, who turns out to be a feisty princess in disguise. Another different game. I thoroughly enjoyed Square Enix's evolution of Kingdom Hearts gameplay and fidelity to Disney's beloved animated movies. While the plot should be tightened considerably, Square has done an excellent job of capturing the spirit of these realms while providing us with a vast toolkit for combat and exploration. Even as I was seeing the story finally come to an end, I wanted to rush back in and gather everything. But it's strange to witness all of the events from the Kingdom of Hearts games that come to an end. Its specific resolutions aren't all that surprising after being given so much time to ponder, but only a minor impact is lost as a result. I still enjoyed seeing so many of the series' characters connect in fresh ways and revive old friendships. It's good to see Kingdom Hearts 3 still has so much heart even so long after the original game. How about Okami? Okami has a lot of twists and turns. While I was playing this game, I came to visit an underwater country, journey inside a beast's belly, puppeteer an emperor, scale an extremely gigantic tower, see a character take to the stars on a bamboo rocket ship, and much more in Okami HD. The dungeons are never very difficult, but they're always enjoyable. It's also a massive game, lasting hundreds of hours for those who want to take their time and smell the roses. I concluded that Okami HD is the greatest way to experience this epic journey. Also, Okami is one of the best games to come out of Japan in the previous decade. Its re-release is also relevant, considering that Japanese game companies are presently focused on developing games that would appeal to Western audiences. Okami, on the other hand, is a genuine, resolutely Japanese vision, which makes it all the more enticing. Next is Bloodborne. I love this game. If you enjoyed the Souls games, you will love this one even more. And it even improves on them by having a much more obvious narrative, so if you prefer more story-driven games, you'll love this one. The battle system is highly flexible, the design is exquisite and engaging, and the joy of completing a particularly difficult level makes the effort invested so worthwhile. There are fantasy supernatural elements in the game, but I didn't fight dragons with magic spells. Instead, I am blazing blunderbusses at disease-ravaged peasants and smashing ancient clerics with a rusted old saw blade as they turn into gigantic werebeasts. But maybe you can do it better than me. There are also huge spiders and man-eating boars, as well as eldritch abominations and thing that shouldn't be Lovecraftian nightmare monsters. If you like a survival horror game, the Silent Hill game is the one for you.
Oh, hell no!
Back in 1999, there were Silent Hill vs. Resident Evil articles all over the place, but I honestly don't think the two series can be compared directly. Resident Evil was more physical horror, with zombies and scientifically engineered beasts, whereas Silent Hill was much more psychological, with most of its nasties being based on manifestations of inner demons. After all, what could be more terrifying than your fears? I recall playing the original game on a US disc with a school friend, swapping the controller off at regular intervals as we progressed through the game. We assisted each other with puzzles, but I'm still proud of the fact that I solved the piano puzzle. I couldn't have been happier with myself when I figured that one out, despite being in the midst of a horror school. I also recall the time we had to walk into the basement and neither of us wanted to, as well as the subsequent humiliation when the first trip into the darkness went well. Another deserving game, Yakuza. The Yakuza games are all about having fun. More than that, they portray life in Japan with a brutal reality that isn't devoid of a sense of humor. The game's success has already resulted in cinematic adaptations and live-action television programs, as well as critical accolades. Besides, Yakuza and Yankee anime has a long history in anime, with entries ranging from weird to action-packed, like in Beastars and Black Lagoon. It also helps that the producers have a lot of Yakuza games to select from. The next game is Super Smash Bros. I recall when they first announced a teaser trailer of this game, and I thought I was going insane. I recall seeing Inkling in the first Smash Ultimate leak, as well as some of the other 69 Smash characters. You should really try play this one. You'll see characters like Super Mario, Pikachu, King Dedede, Pac-Man, and others in one game. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is an absolute must-have for everyone who owns a Nintendo Switch and enjoys crossover fighting games.
Shut up and take my money!
Then, the next game is Nier Automata. There aren't many anime franchises that have nailed the cool factor as perfectly as the Nier series. While being cool is no guarantee that an anime will be worth viewing, so many series have become more about aesthetic than substance, science fiction has always been a field in which anime has excelled. Alright, the last game on our list is Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
Few games in recent memory have sparked as much fervor as Fire Emblem Three Houses has. The cast of characters is complex and interesting, to the point that practically any of the students at Garreg Mach might have directed their own game. Though Byleth, the player character, is quiet and even vacant at times, they provide a crucial counterpoint to the Golden Deer, Blue Lions, and Black Eagle's youngsters' overpowering personalities. And there you have it, the 10 video games that deserve an anime adaptation. Apart from this, what video games should be on the list? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. I love to read all of it, so I can improve what to include in my next content. Also, before you go, please subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to stay up to date on our anime-related topics. It will be helpful for us to stay enthusiastic about uploading more content. For now, sayonara.